Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Youth Zone with Sister Aurelia. Kindly subscribe if you haven't done so, and like, comment and share this video. Today I want us to discuss, why should we go to school, or must we go to school as children? Perhaps where you live, you have to go to school up to a certain age. There is no choice. Perhaps you are still a minor, and so you have to do whatever your parents direct you. However, do you personally see other reasons for being in school? Are there any benefits that come from applying yourself while at school or from doing homework? You likely know many young people who study just enough to get by, even if that's right. Yet, by not taking advantage of the opportunity to learn, they usually handicap themselves for the rest of their lives. Reason being, because what a person does during his youth has a great bearing on what he can do as an adult. Even regarding school, the Bible principle applies. Whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. We find that in Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. But you might ask, what are some of the benefits from sowing time and effort in school? Study now. Because sometimes it doesn't really make sense. Why should somebody go to school? One of the reasons is practical training. You have to face the fact that before many years, you may have to support yourself. For a very long time, once your parents are done with you, you will have to support yourself. You may eventually take on the obligations of husband and father, or a wife and a mother. Would you like to make those responsibilities easier, more enjoyable? You can, if you take advantage of your school years, learning things that will be useful in your adult life. In many schools, there are courses that teach you the fundamental of different skills for young men. There may be classes in carpentry, installing electrical equipment, welding, accounting, and others. Then for young women, can take up courses like cooking, sewing, and other valuable subjects. In general, skills like hand skills that can help you much. Much of this training may not be easily available after you leave school. If you get it later, you might even find it costly, or you might have to learn it by working with others who perhaps have little interest in teaching you. So while you're still at school, why not take the opportunity to learn some of these things? And when it comes time for school courses to be selected, by all means, talk the matter over with your parents and your guardians and with your mentors. In this way, you will be able to benefit from their experience in life. You need to learn to read well. That is another reason. While there are many things of practical value that you can learn in school, there is one that can bring you much joy, and it will have tremendous influence on the rest of your school life and your entire adult life as well. It is the ability to read, and to read well. It is the key to unlocking many kinds of knowledge, skills, and enjoyment. In your working hours, you daily face things to read: signs, labels, books, magazines, newspapers, forms, even letters. All of this can be unpleasant chore for those who read poorly. However, if you learn to read well, you will find your life greatly enriched in pleasurable way. Especially if you're a Christian, you will want to read well, so you can learn that in God's word. You'll be able to read the Bible too. You will also find skillful reading to be of great value when talking to others about God's purposes. Especially those who want to be priests, those who want to be sisters, pastors, and reverends, church ministers as well. Yeah, good reading and good talking are closely linked. Do not be discouraged if, like many, you find you have a problem in reading. It is mainly a matter of practice and being alert to note the way words are spelled. Read aloud at times. This will help you to get the correct meaning and express the proper feeling when you read. And if possible, ask someone who reads well to listen to you. That will help you also to correct any mistakes or any bad habits you are developing. True, the ability to read with ease and fluency doesn't come without real effort, but for the effort you put forth now will be repaid many times. It will aid you to get the best out of life. There are also other many benefits from studying. Some school subjects may not seem to be of much practical value, but they help to broaden your outlook and can be useful in other ways. Studying history, geography, and languages enables you to learn about other people's and places. Mathematics, which is considered a difficult subject by many, is very useful in many trades and occupations. It is even valuable to a homemaker who needs to figure out recipes and, to keep budgets. There is another benefit of studying in school. Even those subjects you don't like, study exercises your mind and improves your ability to use it. It is something like a muscle in your body. The more you exercise it, the better it will serve you. You will find that mental effort gradually becomes easier and more productive. But as with a muscle, the mind will get flabby if you do not bother to use much. Who would want his mind to be like that? Is there anything else of particular value that comes from applying yourself to your studies in school? Yes, you can learn self-discipline. This may not appeal to you now as a young person, but as you know, you can't always do just the things you prefer to do in life. That will be even more true when the time comes for you to take on greater responsibilities in making your own living or in caring for your own family. If, like a skilled athlete, you get used to disciplining yourself now, you get used to disciplining yourself now, it will help you to acquire the discipline needed to face adult obligations. It will also help you to develop the ability to concentrate. That is something so many people wish they had learned to develop when they were still young. Another one is protection. As regards applying yourself diligently to your studies, there is yet another benefit that deserves special mention: diligence in study. Diligence in study can serve as protection to you. In what way? More than likely, you've seen evidences of moral problems among your schoolmates. There is much sexual immorality and taking of drugs with very sad results. Also, a spirit of rebellion prevails among many youths. It may bother you a lot to be in a company with people who have no respect for the fine standards of conduct taught in God's word. Although you can't avoid contacting such persons, you can avoid associating with them beyond what is necessary for your schoolwork. And if you pay good attention to your studies, that will fill a sizable portion of your free time after school, automatically limiting your association with unprincipled persons. Seeing your desire to get on with your education, persons of that type in time will likely leave you alone. This will be a protection for you. Then too, if you're known as a true Christian by applying yourself to your schoolwork, you will set a fine example that will add you a credit to your parents and to God that you worship. As a young Christian, you will find great encouragement and incentive in this fact. Many of the abilities and skills you develop now will be useful beyond the duration of this present system of things. Why? Because the Bible proves that this entire wicked system is nearing its end. So now it will be replaced by God's righteous new order, where honest-hearted persons will be able to enjoy everlasting life. In that new order, God's promise will prove true. The work of their own hands, my chosen ones will use to the full. He says that in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 22. So the good study and work habits you learn now as a youth can prove to be a source of satisfaction and enjoyment forever. You don't have to go to school as if it is a burden. You don't have to go to school as if you are being forced. Take it as a priority. Think about your own future and make use of the time that you have now. And I tell you, you will enjoy it and you will never regret it in the future. Thank you so much for listening to me. Kindly subscribe and remember to share this video to your friends and family if you find it helpful. And as parents, please encourage your children whenever they are going to school. And if they have challenges at school, do well to listen to them. They might be facing some challenges that need your attention. Bye-bye and have a great day. I remain Sister Aurelia. And I love you.